Right, here we go.
That's better, I can see where I am. Right, are we going? Hi everyone, sorry about that. We just got shut down by YouTube, not sure what we did. Anyway, we're back, so we're going to start again, so you haven't lost your stride here. We were talking about the fact that we are in association with REBOOT and Active Sussex. This is part of their weekly timetable for young people and their families to keep active while we're in the current situation. There's lots of other activities on during the week, so make sure you tune into those too. And do come and see us every Monday and Wednesday. We promise not to keep getting shut down, and we will try and do the sessions. So today, for us, is all about Welcoming Wednesdays. We are a fully inclusive sports provider anyway, so all of our sessions we always try and make really inclusive, and we do adapt them and change the rules to suit whoever comes along. So the idea being that everyone can have fun and join in, and we all get as much benefit out of sport as we possibly can. Now, today's session is going to be seated volleyball, and the idea of this is we're obviously not going to play a big match or a big tournament because we're, in our living room, so it's strictly, but we are going to introduce you to some of the skills of the game and show you how it can be fun. So hopefully when we're all out and about again, we can come and play some games together. That would be great. So you're back with me again, Loretta and Callum down here, who's going to be our player and show you all the moves that you can do at home. Okay, so let's start with our warm-up for today. Now, we're going to be focusing on the upper body because with seated volleyball, that's the most part of the body we use. And if you just keep your eyes on Callum, he will be showing you how to do your warm-up for today. So let's start with the neck. So we are going to be, he's off, look, he knows exactly what he's doing. So we're going to put the chin to the chest, and then we're going to gently move our head up to the shoulder and back to the middle again. And we keep going around. So that's lovely. We're waking up that neck and getting it ready to go. And just before we got cut off, I did get a hello from Active Sussex. So hello back to you guys. Thanks for watching. And now we're going to move on to our shoulders. And we're going to do our shoulder shrugs. So shoulders up to our ears and down again. And remember with this one, you're trying to tap your earlobes with your shoulders. And then when you bring them down, stretch your head up so you can feel that neck lengthening. And actually when I do that, I can feel my spine crunching, which is lovely. So keep going up and down. How are you feeling, Callum? Is that loosening everything up?
I think so.
Yeah, keep going then. That's good. That's what we want. Lovely. Right, we're going to move on to arm circles. Now, I was trying to explain this last time we went through it. So sometimes indoors, you've got enough space and that's fine. So when you're doing your arm circles, you can do big arm circles like this. If you're limited for space and you've got, furniture and stuff in the way, feel free to just do it with bent elbows. So you can bend your elbows and still get that nice movement going through your shoulders, okay? That's absolutely fine. So just do whatever works in the space you've got. Callum, off you go. Shoulder circles. Remember those arms, want them tight up to your ears. Beautiful, yeah? We're not doing the big ears and noddy show today, are we, Cal? We're doing the tight to your head, stretching those shoulders. And as you come around the back, we want those shoulder blades to get close together to show that we're really getting some movement going, getting those muscles woken up for the day. Okay, swap direction, Callum. Let's have some forward ones. Now, if you're in the swim pool, you'd be steaming through the water doing the butterfly stroke here. We would have a length under our belt in no time at all. Perfect. Right, okay, we're now going to move on to torso twists. So, arms out straight to the side from our shoulders. And we're going to turn so that our arms go to the front and then back to the side again. Okay? Keep your back nice and straight while you're doing this one. Pretend you've got a string in your head and you're a puppet. So let's keep you up straight to the sky. Beautiful, yeah? You can stick your tongue out if you want to. That works really well. Absolutely no problem there at all. Lovely. We're keeping nice and straight there and getting that back waking up our torso. How's you feeling? Where's moving, Cal?
About the middle of my back.
Middle of your back, lovely. Okay, bits of you are waking up. That's good to know. Right, okay, let's stop that one. We're going to put our legs out in front of us. And now we're going to put our legs out straight in front of us. Don't be lazy. And we're going to use the opposite hand to touch to our toes. So forwards, touch your toes, and back. Keep moving. Remember, these are wake-up stretches, so we don't want to be staying still. That's it. Lovely. Now, sometimes when you're doing this, you'll see Callum's doing it now. It helps to put the other shoulder behind you to give you that little bit of swing. So we're getting you nice and mobile and wibbly wobbly, ready to exercise. Beautiful. Okay, a couple more of those. Try and stretch those legs out again. You're getting lazy. That's better. Lovely. Right, okay, now we're going to wake our back up a little bit more. So we're going to interlock our fingers. We're going to turn our palms outwards and we're going to stretch back over. We're not going to hold it. We're going to release it and we're going to stretch back again. Callum's got a different top on today, so you don't get to see his tummy, I'm afraid, but you can see he's stretching. It's all good. Lovely. Okay, and our last one for this morning, we're going to do a special arm stretch because we're going to use our arms a lot today with volleyball. So we're going to start with our arms to the side and we're going to stretch one at a time up to the sky. So up and down, up and down. We're just really waking those arms up because we're going to be using those a lot this morning to hit some balls over our nets and hopefully not smash everything in the living room. But, you know, we'll see. Okay, good work, Callum. Right, let's just spend a couple of minutes talking about volleyball. So, rules of volleyball. Your bottom must remain in contact with the floor when you've got the ball. Okay, so in seated volleyball, you have to be sitting, which is probably fairly self-explanatory. When you haven't got the ball, you can move. Now, obviously, you can't stand up, you can't run around, but you can shuffle on your bottom, you can move side to side, you can move forwards and backwards, and you can help get into the space to support your team. It's usually played in teams of 6. So obviously we're looking at good communication, we're looking at working out where you need to be and being quite mobile even though you're not standing up. So it can be a really fast-paced, exciting game. So it's brilliant. Good fun to play. Okay, other rules. Let's have a look. And we have, you can hit the ball 3 times before you have to send it over for an attack to your opponents. So if Callum had some team members on his team here, he could be sending the ball to 2 other team members before it has to go back over the net. Okay, and when it goes over the net, what you're looking to do is hit the floor on your opponent's side, or you're trying to make them knock it out the court, which way then you manage to get a point. The game is usually goes up to about 25 points, so you're hoping to get up to that 25 and beat your opponents. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Obviously, we've talked about these rules and we've talked about 6 on a team. But as we do in all our sessions, we can always adapt to whoever's around. So, you know, if there's 1 of you, we can do skills. If there's 2 or 3, we can split you into teams. Doesn't matter. The whole point of the sport is that we have fun and we all get involved. So you just do it with whoever's there and we can adapt to play. Okay? So let's move on. We're going to do some skills practice. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to use our socks. So we have my socks today, but it's all good. They've been through the washing machine, so that's fine. We are going to give Callum some socks. There you go, Callum. You have 3 sets of socks here. You will see there are different sizes and different shapes, so it may help to do that, and then you can actually decide which ones work best for you. So what we're going to do first of all with our socks is we're going to try and we're going to hit them onto a target. So I've got some targets here. Again, remember, we're just using whatever's around the house at the moment because we're all sort of stuck indoors. So I've got some targets to go on the floor here. Try and put them where you can see them. That would be useful. There's one. There's another one. And there's going to be one over here. There we are. Right, so we've got 3 targets on the floor. Now what Callum's going to do is he's going to hold the socks in his hands. Aren't you, Callum? He's going to put 2 hands together. And we're effectively doing the movement of a serve. So Callum at first is going to do an underhand throw. So you're going to hold your 2 hands like this with the socks cupped in the middle and you're going to try and throw the sock onto the top. Oh, shot. Right, next one. Let's see if we can get all 3. Good. And oh, that's cheating. Okay, you're a bit sneaky. I'm not sure whether you get that point or not. But that was a good try. Okay, you'll notice when Callum's doing this throwing that he has trouble with making one of his hands cup properly, and that's fine. You know, whatever issues we've got, whatever difficulties we have, as I said earlier on, we just adapt. So we play the game as works for us. So there's no one who can't play, okay? Right, now we're going to try overhand. So Callum, you're going to have it over your head. And again, we're going to try no cheating this time. Try and get the targets for me. No, that wasn't the right target. And again. Oh, nearly. And last one. Oh, that was you. That wasn't a target. That was a player. That's shocking. Right, we're going to have a go one more time at that one because that one was obviously a bit more tricky. So we're starting to learn already that the underhand throw is a little bit easier. So let's try this overhand one again. So over your head, Callum. 1, 2. Oh, we're doing well here. 3. Oh, he doesn't like being told he doesn't get the target, does he? Goodness me, look at that. What a result. Okay, let's get your socks back. Right. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you do happen to have a volleyball or a soft football to hand, you're welcome to use that to play. Obviously, what we're doing here at the moment is we're trying to make use of things around the house so that you can join in and have fun if you don't have those things with you. Okay, we're going to move on to our next skills practice. Now, this time, we're going to try to actually make the serve move. So rather than just starting with it holding in our hands, we're going to throw the sock ball a little bit above our head. So this time, Callum, you're going to throw the sock ball up. Yes, and you're going to use your 2 hands to try and serve. Lovely. So you're going to do the same thing again, trying to hit those targets. Oh, well done. That was target number 2. Okay, try and get your both your hands together. Okay, let's retrieve your socks and try that one again. So this is looking at the serve, guys. So this would be how you start off the game in volleyball. Throw the ball up and try and hit it above your head. That was lovely. That was really controlled there. You held the ball slightly and pushed. Well done. You scored a 1 ball. That was excellent. Right, so we know about our serve. Now let's try this again. We're going to try some of the different shots that we use in volleyball. So there are a couple of different shots. You've probably seen a few of them, particularly when they play beach volleyball, and that sometimes gets to go on the telly. So we've got different hand movements that we can use. Now you can have your hands together, okay? You can have your 2 hands together and you can hit the ball like this. You can punch the ball and you can slap the ball, okay? Pretty much you can move it any way you want to, really. If we're not being in a tournament or competition, let's just have fun. But let's try and learn some of these shots along the way. So we're going to practice now, and Callum's going to try his socks again and see if he can get those targets. So Callum, you're going to try this time and punch the socks. So you're going to do the same. You're going to throw it in the air, so as if the ball's incoming. Throw it up. Oh, no, not over there. That was a Serena Williams shot, that was. Right, and we're going to punch it. So you're going to try and punch down onto the target. Good try. And again. Very good. And last one. Nice. Okay, you did spread your socks out nicely. That's quite impressive. Okay. Right, this time we are going to try slapping the ball. So sit yourself down, do it again. So throw up in the air and then slap. And yeah, okay, that one goes further, doesn't it? And that one and that one. What shot do you think was easier?
That one.
The slap.
Yeah.
Do you think the slap was easier than the punch? Was it easier to go further or to get more accuracy?
Both, because with the fist you have to be very accurate because you've got smaller areas hit with.
Okay, cool. So it looks like we're preferring the slap at the moment. That's all good. Okay, this time we're going to get a bit tricky now. So I'm actually going to take targets out the way because I think that's probably asking a little bit too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the targets away and then we're going to look at trying to move before we hit the ball. So this time what Callum's going to do is he's going to throw the ball in the air and he's going to use his choice of hit. So it might be the slap because that's what he's enjoying the most at the moment. And he's going to try and slap the ball into the court. Okay, Callum?
Yeah.
So you're going to throw the ball up, you're going to move across, and you're going to hit it on its return down. Give it a go. Let's try it with all 3 and see how you do. Excuse me.
No.
Sit in. You have to watch him because he's a bit dodgy.
Wow.
Good, you moved. Well done. Try again. Well done. Okay, one of the skills for this game, if you actually watch it, there is lots of televised sections of seated volleyball, and you can see on there that you actually have to be really fast. because obviously the ball's going to come flying at you, and it's much easier if you're standing to move. So this is one thing you need to practice, is the move, is getting yourself really fast shuffling across the court. So that was a really good try. So let's try that again. Go through it one more time, Callum. Well done. Good shot. Okay, that's great. You get a bit of power in those shots as well now, so that's good to see. Right, now we're going to try and combine them. So you've done a little bit with movement, you've done a little bit of different shots. Now what we're going to try and do is do the 3 different shots we've been working with in a row. So you're just going to sit down again. And then we're not going to ask you to move this time, but what you're going to try and do... Oh, hold on a minute. Let me gather our socks back. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do this time is we're going to try and combine the 3 shots. So we're going to start with a serve. We're then going to do a punch, and we're then going to do a slap. So Callum's going to use all 3 socks and try and get those shots in a row. So obviously if you were playing in a real game, you'd be having lots of different shots, lots of different angle balls coming at you, and you'd need to respond accordingly quite quickly. So here we go. Let's see what you can do, Cal. So serve. Remember, 2 hands. Whoa, big step. Nearly went through YouTube. Okay, now a punch. Lovely. Uh-oh, sideways. And a slap. Oh, that did go through YouTube. Uh-oh. Okay, people, if you just got hit in the face by a sock, I do fully apologise there. It wasn't meant to. Now, okay, so we've done our practices with the shots. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put our net up. Now, in a normal game of seated volleyball, what usually happens is you do have a net across the court, and it varies depending on whether it's men or women playing. It's a slightly different height, but it's roughly just over 1 metre high. Okay, so we're going to put our net up, and it doesn't matter what height we do it really, because we're just practicing. So there we go. If you can hear any heavy breathing in the background, Dave the Labradoodle is getting very excited now because his cage is involved. So there we go. Our net is up. So Callum, you're going to sit down again. And what we're going to do this time is we are going to swap over now and try this with balloons. So we've got over here, we have some balloons that we've got ready. Now these probably behave slightly more like a volleyball because they're lighter, they're obviously air filled. So it gives you a little bit more time for them to come down before you do your shot and hit them over the net. So we're going to use this one here first of all. And then what we've also done today is we've made this one. I don't know if you can hear this, but what we've tried to do is make a visually impaired alternative. So we've put some rice in our balloon so that when we hit it, when it moves, you can hear the noise. So hopefully this will help people who maybe have some vision impairments be able to actually play the game and still have fun. So we're going to try using that one as well. Okay, Callum, so our first challenge with the balloons is to try and get the ball over the net and to land onto the opponent's court. So for the purposes of our demonstration, this space of the floor you can see here is going to be our court. So Callum's got to try and get the ball over the net and come down onto the court using one of the shots we've already talked about. Okay, Callum, off you go. Oh, I think that was out. Unfortunately, that was in the wee fit zone, which is not part of the court. Okay, let's try again. That was a lovely shot. That actually works slightly better with the heavier ball, doesn't it? With the sounds in. So you can use that one. We're going to use our visually impaired ball and see how Callum does with this one. Off you go, Callum. Let's try again. Lovely. So you can see what he's doing is he's clearing it over the top of the net because you have to do that. And then he's getting it down onto the floor. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to set Callum a little challenge. So what we're going to do is we are going to put some targets on the court again and see how many times he can hit the target. So where's our targets gone? Lost them. There they are. Right, here we go. So 1, 2. Oh, let's find out the picture. 3, Right, okay. Obviously at home you can spread these out a bit further and give yourself a bit more space. I'm trying to just make sure they stay in camera so you can see what Callum's doing. I don't want him cheating when no one can see what's happening. So here we go, Callum, here's your ball back. So it's up to you whether you want to use your socks or whether you want to use your balloons. Do whatever's most comfortable for you. So for our purposes now, we're going to just use the balloon and see how we do. So the idea being you've got 10 shots at targets now and you get 10 points for every target that you hit. So what we're going to do is ask you to have 10 goes, and if you manage to hit all your targets, that's brilliant. If you want to pop in the live chat and tell us how many you've got, then that would be fantastic. Your maximum score is 100. Let's see what you can do. Let's see who's going to be the winner of today's challenge. So, oh, hold on a minute. Maddie's got a question.
Ray says, this is great, very doable at home. Poor old Phil Collins.
Excellent, I know. I know, Phil here. Yeah, terrible. But it's okay. He doesn't mind. He said he's fine about it. So let's go on. Ray, we want to see how many points you get. Okay, Callum, off you go. Let's count your points. 1. Oh, 10. 10. Okay, that's 10 points. Well done. I want to make sure you're using proper shots, remember? Okay, let's see it. 2. That's 20 points. Goodness me. Maddie, you're going to help me keep score. I'm going to lose track. Okay. We missed. We've done 3 shots. We've got 20 points. We're doing well, but tension's building. Even the dog's looking. No? 4 shots, 20 points. Oh, maybe you have to change up what shot you're using. Oh, dear me. That was an aggressive one again. We nearly went through YouTube. Not having that. That was 5. You got 20 points so far. Yes! That was a 1 balloon shot. Well done. 30 points, 6 shots. Oh no, we cheated. Mustn't go under the net. That's very naughty. 7 shots, 30 points. 3 more to go. Yes, it's Christmas. Excellent. Okay. 8 shots, 40 points. Go. Oh, what do you think?
It was the corner. Half? Maybe
Half
a
a
5?
point? A 5.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 45 points, I think, now.
9 throws.
9 throws. So this is the final throw. We've got 45 points. What can you do here, Cal? Can you get 10 points on this shot? No, you can't. So, okay, so let's hear your points. So Callum got 45 points there out of 10 shots. So if you've beaten that, let us know. If you haven't, let us know as well. So let's see what you're doing. This is great. Okay, we're going to mess it up a bit now. And we're going to think about what would happen if things were slightly different. So if you had 2 players, if there was 2 or more of you playing, if you had a group of you getting involved, then what you could do is have people on different sides of the net. So you could see how long you could have a rally. You could do points against each other. You could play one person coming off and coming on court. There's lots of different things and different games you can play. We're sticking with one person at the moment, but we've got some competitors. So this is another thing you could do. We're going to take our flat targets out of the way. And we have here, we have Batman Bear. We have the Cookie Monster. And we have the Hulk Bear. So these guys are now coming on court. So Callum, you've got opponents now. It's going to get tricky. So they're going to come on here. Now, unfortunately, they're a bit lazy and they like to lay down. So they're actually going to lay on court because they're not very good at seated volleyball. They like lying down volleyball. But that's fine because we let everybody play. And what we're going to do is Callum has a challenge to try and make the ball land between the players. Because in a normal game of volleyball, if you can hit the court, you get the point, okay? So I don't think these guys are going to respond that well. I think they're actually going to not get a lot of returns on their shots. But if Callum can hit the floor between them and not the players, then he can get a point. So let's just have a little demo of this. This is just other games you could do at home to sort of shake it up a bit. Okay, Callum, so off you go. Give us one of your best shots. Oh, didn't even go over the net. Come on, Callum. No, Hulk got it. Oh, dear me. Hulk took you down. Who's next? Okay, we'll let you have that. Now, people of YouTube, you may not have seen that hit the floor because it's just out of camera, but it did. It went just past Bat Bear's head. So we're going to let him have that point. Try again. Let's see what you can do. Uh-oh, that came back to you. That's a boomerang. We're doing boomerang sessions. Oh, just scraped Hulk Bear's ear there. So, you know, that was a tricky one. I think you might have had to replay that point. All right, you replay the point, and we'll see. It's you and Hulk, 1-on-1 now. Whoa, no, that's attacking me. Okay, we're taking that point away because Callum attacked me.
No.
So therefore he's going to get punished. Right, okay, so that's it for seated volleyball today. So we're really glad that you could join us. What we're going to do is we're going to have a little cool down stretch now because we've used some of our upper body. You might think we haven't really done enough exercise to stretch, but it's always worth stretching. And that's particularly true as you get a little bit older. So we're going to have a stretch now, and then we're going to think about our next session. So we'll have a chat to that in a minute. Okay, Callum, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, so we are going to start with our head. We're going to hold our chin. We're going to pull it to the side. Other arm. So it's the opposite arm.
Yeah.
That's it. And just hold it around to the side for a couple of seconds there. Get it nice and stretched. Okay, and now we're going to swap over and turn the other way. Just hold that for a few seconds. Keep it nice and strong. Oh, he's yawning again. He thinks he's back on Monday doing yoga. Wake up, Callum. It's not Mellow Monday. Right, okay, so let's move on. We're going to do the I love me stretch because Callum loves himself, as we all should. There we go. Okay, and swap your arms over and try it again. And remember, when you're doing this stretch, you can use your fingers just to try and crawl a bit further around your back. Just make that stretch a little bit deeper. Oh, have we got a question coming up, Maddie?
Yeah, so Ray said using socks, not as easy as I thought, but he got 40 points.
Hey, well done, Ray. Oh, Callum, you beat Ray though. Okay, we've got any more scores?
And Andy says that there's a seated volleyball match going on downstairs. Rolled up socks are the preferred ball
Oh, there you
option.
go. Okay, so we've now got preferences over equipment. That's good. I will tell the rolled up socks volleyball providers that they're in with some orders very soon. Excellent, guys. This is good. I'm glad to hear you're all having fun. Okay, let's carry on with our stretches. So, Callum, we're now going to interlock our fingers. We're going to turn our palms outwards and we're going to pull back. Lovely. I'm just going to hold that position. That's very nice. And then we are going to put our toes out in front of us again. And we're going to stretch to the opposite toe and just hold. So again, like we said on Monday, if you can't reach your toes, that's fine. You can reach your shins or reach your knees. And that's all okay. Okay, and swap over, Callum, and do the other one for me. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to do my favourite stretch. So you're going to put your feet together. You're going to hold your toes and you're going to curl your head in. This one's lovely because it really stretches out your body, makes you feel really nice and relaxed. And you can have a little snooze because no one can see. So that's great. Okay, well done, Callum. And we're going to do 2 final stretches with our arms because we did a lot of arm work this morning. So we're going to have our arm across our body and we're going to hold it with our other arm. So try and pull that holding arm up a bit so the elbow's kind of tucked in there. That's nice. That's keeping it nice and straight. And you should feel the stretch. Where do you feel it, Callum? Yeah, around the shoulders and around the back of the shoulder blade. That's good. Okay, swap your arms over and do the same the other side. Make sure you hold it nice and tight to your body. That's a really good stretch. Okay, and now we're going to interlock our fingers behind our back. So if looking at the camera behind you, if you're sitting, it's going to be like this. And then we're just going to lift our arms up and stretch that way. Okay, and hold that for about a count of 10. Perfect. Okay, so we're finished up for today. That is the end of our seated volleyball session for you. We're going to be back again Monday with Mellow Mondays, and next Wednesday we'll be doing another adapted sport. Now, what we want to hear from you is what your favourite sport is. So if you've got a favourite sport that you like to play, whether it's a standard version or an adapted version, pop it in the comments, because we're going to be here for a few weeks and we want to try and show you ways to adapt your favourite sports that you might not have thought of before, or you might have done and just want a bit more fun to have. So that's cool. Also, on Monday, we started asking people what their favourite bands or singer were. So if you've got a favourite band or singer, do pop that in the comments as well, because we're hoping to add some music at some point and give some playlists for a bit of fitness training later on. We've already had suggestions of Oasis, we've had the Beatles, we've had Queen, we've had Katy B. I think that's about it. I'm struggling to remember any others, but we have a list. So yeah, do add to our list, and we will see you Monday. In between, don't forget, check out Active Sussex, find out what else is on this week. Lots of stuff happening. Loads more practice to do. I'm looking forward to, I think, street dancing and skateboarding, which, you know, obviously I'm really good at. And other than that, I'll see you on Monday. Have a great week, guys. Take care.